What is good with it, YouTube bully world? GTB back at you again. Well, the cat's out the bag. The surprise was I put Jay into his first American Bully show. So we headed down to Louisiana, to Shreveport, Louisiana, that is, to the Louisiana Bully Expo. And he was in the 1 to 2 year class, pocket. And I think we were up against 12 or 15 pocket bullies. First off, let me say this. It was completely different than what I thought it was going to be, but that's in a good way. I figured when we got there, it was going to be loud, very chaotic, very crowded. I thought, we might see some arrogant people there. Yeah, look at my bull. My bull look better than yours type, attitude. Man, there wasn't none of that. These people were cool. They played their music to a minimum at the most. It was very, very low key and very well put together. I was thoroughly surprised. And I networked and talked to some people. I actually met a guy that I have been following for about 2 years, Bass Strap Bullies, and he was there. And I went up and introduced myself and say, man, I think I follow you on YouTube. I love your bulls and this and that. He had a little female named Vanna White back in the day. But he was there and he did his thing. And met up with one possible guy that wants to use Jay. He showed me his female. I believe she had a lot of Rocco blood. And she looked amazing. It was a splitting image of Jago. She just didn't have a lot of white on her face like Jago, but their build was the same, stature was the same. And as soon as he saw Jago, he was like, hey, man, what's the blood? What's going on with you? What you talking about? And we chopped it up, man, and we exchanged numbers. And, he was like, man, I just might have to use him, man. But we'll see. Learned a lot of tips about showing dogs while I was there. That was the sole purpose, man, just to get the experience. Get the ins and out of, showing dogs. I didn't expect for Jay to go in there and champ out in his first show, because I'm not a dog trainer. It was my first show and his first show. We did what we could do. I trained Jago as best as I could train him, and he actually did better than what I expected. I knew that he was going to do very well with his down and back and his gait. I knew he was. I was just really nervous about him stacking long enough, but he did great on stacking when we were, in line waiting. But as soon as we got to the judge to show Jay bite and for him to fill Jay up and all that, that's when Jay just, turned into Jago. He got around a new person and, he wanted to, it took me 3 times to show the man the bite because Jay wanted to get up on him, wagging his tail and playing with him, And after that second time, I knew right then. The dude was like, because I tried to show him a third time, and then he was like, take him down and back. He was like, already like, just take him down and back. And I was like, man. I was like, no, here's his bite. So he let me open it, he looked at it, and he was like, I was like, man. So he down and back, great, perfect. And then got him back, stood at attention, came around, got back in line, and he stacked well in line. But, we were up against, like I said, 12 or 15 bullies. And he said, I usually don't do this, but some dogs, I want to see you moving a little bit better. First, he came around with this L-shaped measure, and he had it set at a certain measure. And I don't know whether this could be a factor, but that measure, when he put over Jago was well under that measure. I'm thinking he might have it on 14 inches, but when he put it over Jago had about that much that wasn't even touching his back. I don't know. He said, so the people that I point to, I want to see more, structure. I want to see more movement. I want y'all to go over there. Everybody else, thanks for coming, but we don't need y'all. He started picking. And he looked at me and he passed me and picked the dude in front of me. I was like, well, Jay, we didn't place. But it was an amazing experience. And I'm proud of Jay, man. I'm proud of him. I've always told you guys how high strung Jago is, and he still is at a little over a year, and he still has more maturing to do. But he's come a long way in his maturity, man. And I'm proud of him for what he did in that ring. And for me not ever doing a show and I'm not a trainer myself, I had to do it. Just one show, I've already, done more than a lot of big name breeders out there. There's a lot of, big name breeders out there who hadn't even gone to a show or haven't even put any of their dogs in the show. And that's not down talking them, but it's just something that I feel like, speaking for myself, you should do at least once to get your feet wet. Because I'm going to be honest with you, for the longest time, I didn't want to do it. I had guys like Mark Seller, Miguel, Dion Barber, you know what I'm saying? And, people like that push me, man, put them in there. And even after today, I don't know whether I'm going to do it or not, do it again or not. I really don't. I don't know if I'm going to do it again or not with Jago. But the more we do it, the better it's going to get. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a show trainer. You know what I'm saying? I might have somebody show Jay for me next time, a handler. I don't know. And I don't know how long it's going to be till that next time. It might be a while. But I definitely want to show productions. I want to show a dog whose temperament, whose energy level ain't as high as Jay. You know what else I learned today? And I had no idea. Jago turned heads. And it wasn't because he has a massive head or he's, a 100-pound pocket bully. He turned heads because of his conformation and his movement, his structure. People was like, man, that's a nice little bull. And another thing, factual, every dog that was in that show ring with Jay was the shortest one in there, point blank, period. And everybody was like, man, this little dude got really nice structure. Like, what's the deal? You know what I'm saying? And I left out, to a lot of people that he was, a grand champion, a direct grand champion son. I just wanted Jay to be there for Jay. I didn't want anybody to think, oh, man, you think just because it ain't that. I want him here because of what he is, not nobody else, not his dad, not his mom, not his pedigree. I want him here for Jay. You know what I'm saying? And there's a couple of people I told, yeah, Grand Champion Briscoe's son. Oh, I know Briscoe, Prime Choice Bully. Yeah, that's his dad. That was a handful of people. I'm going to say about 3 people there, and it was a handful of people there. But for the most part, I didn't say much about that. And, but he turned heads because of his structure, man, his mobility. And there were guys who told me, man, they already knew he was high strung. Because Jay was just there the whole time. Like, and he finally calmed down after a little while. But they was like, man, you could get some PBC from PetSmart. I think that's what it is, PBC. This little tablet, this little chewable, get him and calm him down. I was like, what you talking about? An old dude, but the other dude beside him was like, yeah, man, I got these pills right here. You know what I'm saying? You must, I ain't going to give him that. I don't know how you going to react. You know what I'm saying? He's like, man, I understand. That's cool. This is stuff you want to try at home. And I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. I want to wait till I'm home. I go to PetSmart, get my own, see how Jay reacts to it. But, I was like, man, there was dogs going around there so mellow and so chilled out. And it was because some guys was giving them these little pills. And I had no freaking idea. I had no idea. One dude was like, man, this is my 6th show, bro. And before I leave the house, the road trip down here, I give my dogs, this little, they don't give them the whole little tablet. They'll break some off. Some of them pills. Some of them was chewable for them. But either way, man, I was like, man, yeah, I might need to think about that next time. But it was a great experience, man. I don't regret none of it. I'm proud of Jay. I would have been proud of him if he'd got 3rd, 2nd, 1st. He didn't place. I'm proud of him still because, bro, we came a long way. Y'all don't understand, man. I know my dog. And Jay is 100. Point blank. He just doesn't stop. That's the type of dog he is. He has a lot of energy. And for him to get in there and sit still when there was a dog in front of him and a dog behind him, that says a lot. That says a lot. He's come a long way, and I'm proud of him, man. I don't know when I'm going to get back in there. I don't. I plan to, but right now I'm going to focus on breeding, man. I'm going to focus on females. Getting Jay semen out there, them little Jays swimming around, and we're going to produce some pups to see what he can do stud-wise. Now, you dig what I'm saying? But we still got a long way to go. But I just want you guys in on, the experience that I had today. It was grand. I loved it. Might do it again. I don't know when. But just stay tuned. Respect, man. God bless. Peace.